Hola Sagittarians, it's Tarot by Tess with your reading. Happy birthday to those whose birthday falls within the time frame. All right, so I'm trying to read my regular tarot cards as if they're Lenormand, doing them in pairs. Okay, and then going through and doing pairs. So you do have some really good cards. You have Magician upright, you have Star upright, you have Nine of Cups upright. And then you have some not so nice cards. I decided to do you guys before I actually did Scorpios because, it's their birthday time, because you guys have had such shitty readings. And I can't say this one's going to be too much better, but it is going to be better somewhat. Okay. Actually, let me go ahead and get clarifying deck. I haven't had to clarify on the other readings because the pairs really helps me out. It kind of just gives me the information already. I don't always have to clarify. But for your reading's complicated. I can already tell with all these major arcana. Death, Magician, Star, Tower. Now, you start out with heartbreak, but you're going to end up with something you really want, okay? I need to shuffle some more. All right. In the crux of your reading, you have Four of Pentacles and Magician. So it's like having a lot of power and skill behind whatever you're doing. Okay. And there is something hidden as well. Because one, he's holding back something, but you have as above, so below. So there's something that somebody's like putting on. Kind of reminds me of the philosophical story of the Cave of Forms, if I'm not mistaken, where what we see is only a shadow of what actually is. That's what I get here. So there's something you quite don't know, but you're going to find out with the Tower. And it has to do with a love interest, actually. Possibly a Scorpio, Aquarius. Yeah, those are mainly what I got. Yeah, I have air sign with all these swords. With the cups, I have a water sign. I have one earth sign possibly. And then the Tower, it's definitely a Scorpio card. This is Aries. So we have this is also kind of an Aries card too. So we got a few things in here. All right, so let's get started with the Three of Swords and the Nine of Cups. We have, there's a fine line between pain and pleasure. Somebody feels like a masochist, or they don't know it yet. Okay. So you feel like a masochist, like you're really living through some stuff. And you kind of need some time out to kind of enjoy the fruits of your labor. But there's somebody around you who's like, you don't get time to just sit there, okay? You don't get a break. Okay, if you want a break, then there's a breakup or something like that kind of a thing is what I get. And this person just wants to argue with you. I don't know if they want to argue with you because you're in a relationship and they feel like if we have an argument, then we can have sex. I'm not sure, okay? But they definitely like to argue. They're kind of explosive as well. All right, so with Three of Swords and Death, we have... there is that fine line between pain and pleasure, right? But pain doesn't motivate you. And this person is using pain instead of whatever motivates you. So they don't really know you very well. And I'm seeing you end sorrow. Or end of sorrow, sorry. You end the sorrow, you end maybe a third party situation. You end betrayal. You end the pain, okay? Because it doesn't motivate you. You could also be feeling lackluster about a relationship that's feeling painful. Could possibly be with a Scorpio. Okay, now with Death and Tower, like talk about dramatic. I don't see a death here. Okay, I don't see that. What I'm seeing is a very dramatic end. But there's a realization, especially with the Seven of Swords here in reverse, there's a realization that you're going to see. Something gets put in the spotlight. Yeah, with the Star here too. Something's put in the spotlight. Let's see what it might be. The Four of Cups in reverse. Somebody have come back into somebody's past, whether it's yours, somebody came back for you, or somebody came back to your partner. We also have the communication sign in reverse, and over here it's upright. I mean, it's not really reverse, but you know what I mean. So it has to do with communication. I don't think this person communicates very well with you, but you're ending it. I see a breakup. Okay, these are breakup cards. And it's saying you're seeing the truth of this relationship. Most likely this person. And it's quite shocking. I kind of get the song, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Okay, so that's what I have. We have lots of rain, and an ending. Okay, quite dramatically, actually. And the thing is, you can't do anything about it. Like, it's just meant to happen. You can't stop it. You see this and you're like, wow. Now, I'm not saying you're not the one breaking up. I feel like you are the one breaking up. But you see something happening and you're like, I have no other choice. Okay. But just remember, this too will pass. Okay. You know, everything, the wheel has to spin. Okay. You guys are just getting some pretty dramatic things in your life right now. And it's probably because November 6th, I think, Jupiter goes into Scorpio. So it's like your year of luck or your year of change. Now, also in Vedic astrology, it's a year behind Western astrology. So then it's about to go into Scorpio, or it already has maybe. But in Western astrology, it's already been in Scorpio and it's going to Sagittarius. So if this year is not your year, then you just pay attention to Vedic, okay? And you wait until your year next year, okay? 2020. All right, so with the Seven of Swords and Death over here, you're seeing the deception. Somebody has found out, you're seeing it. You're calling them out even if you wanted to. But this ending is going to give you your power back because you were just kind of oblivious. And so you lost your power by not even knowing you didn't have it. There's also a Sagittarius card. But now there's a lack of trust. And you're quite scared that you didn't know so much. A little bit scared you didn't know this. There's also some sensitive information you might find out. Could be about rumors and gossip, because that has been coming up for you guys. Like a secret. But maybe you find out somebody's been spreading secrets about somebody else, not necessarily you. And you think, oh my goodness, I did not know, I get the feeling I'm living with this person. I can't believe that this person is doing this kind of thing. And the information is like somebody is being put in as a scapegoat. And it's not you, it's somebody else outside of your relationship is becoming a scapegoat for something. And it's like your partner who's doing this strategizing, and you find out about it. But you're no longer going to cover for them when you find out. I get you're like the intel person. Okay, so you might put a stop to it. Okay, we have Seven of Swords reversed with the Star. So I see after this breakup, you kind of get your mojo back, get your power back. You start taking care of yourself. And I'm also seeing your heart was starved for affection and love long enough. Remember, this person tried to motivate you with pain and arguments. And you've been starved long enough, you're going to take care of yourself. Because if this person didn't do it, then you're going to do it. And while you were with them, you didn't get to do it. Apparently, they didn't let you have time to yourself or time to do, what you needed to do to take care of yourself. All right. With Seven of Swords and Four of Pentacles, you may find out this person is hiding your money away, like just squirreling it away. Possibly like as a way to prepare if you were to leave or if they were to leave. Okay. But I'm definitely getting hiding information, and you find out. It's like you catch them with something in their possession. It could be stolen information, stolen goods. I mean, this could even be you catching somebody on the computer, spreading information out. Okay. And this person has kept it quiet so you won't find out because they know you would stop them. So they've purposely hidden it from you. The thing is, you keep this person in line. Your personality meshes really well because even though they're abrasive, your personality somehow keeps them in line. I don't know if they just don't want to disappoint you or something of that nature. Or you're just, you're Sagittarians, you can't be tied down kind of a thing. If something about you and your personality keeps this person straight. But when they are going to do something crooked, they're going to hide it from you because they want to do it. Okay. All right. So now we have Four of Pentacles and the Magician. This tells me that this person's kind of like a salesperson. Now they might be in sales. This could also be you. You could be in sales. And with all this money here, doing pretty well. But you might have like seen this person like, wow, they're making a lot of money. They must be doing really well as a salesperson, or they must be making a lot of, like just thinking if this was tarot, for instance, like, man, they're getting a lot of clients because they have a lot of money. They're able to buy these things, but they've been squirreling away some money too. So it's not really necessarily, it may not be your money they're squirreling away. It could be other people's money. Not like a Ponzi scheme, but I don't actually know what thing it is. Libra's got this too. They knew somebody, a shady Scorpio, that was like, they like to take money from their friends, like outsmart them. And so I kind of get that feeling here. This person's doing really well, but it's because they're not doing things on the up and up. But you're going to find out. He makes opportunities happen. But he has a hidden skill, and it's most likely some kind of manipulation. Definitely a control freak of sorts, very possessive. It probably is a Scorpio. But you can't act like it's nothing, is what I'm seeing. He does all of his activities in secret, okay? But it gets out. Especially with Seven of Swords here. The Tower, that Tower is when it gets out, okay? So sometime in birth, it's going to get out about his secret activities, or hers, it doesn't matter who it is. We don't really have any genders here. Okay. With the Magician and the Star, two major arcana, I'm seeing you're going to try and stick to whatever you told this person you're going to do. So if you're like, if you don't pay back the money, then I'm going to turn you in. Or if you don't, apologize for making this person a scapegoat, I'm going to turn you in, or something of that nature. I feel like you're going to turn somebody in. I'm saying you're going to stick to what you say. But also, if you broke up with somebody, you're going to have to stick to it, because they are very persuasive. They're probably going to come in and be like, I love you, because the Star's right here. And it's going to be tempting, but you're going to have to stick to it, because you found out the truth. You just can't go back anymore. Now, this person's probably bipolar. Or it's like when they're in a up phase, I guess they call it manic. It's like impulsive kleptomania. It's like they impulsively steal things. Now, this could just be, for some people, it could be just random little things from like the store. But for some people, it's big. It's like they have clients and they're taking from clients. Something like that. Okay. Even their friends. But I don't have friends in here like I did in Libra's reading. And I'm seeing after this Tower moment, you're just kind of reorganizing and getting your bearings back. If it doesn't have to do with money for some people, then it's just after a breakup, you're trying to recover. Funnily enough, we have the Calm and then we have the Tower, which is usually it's reversed. So I almost feel like even after the Calm is over, you're still trying to get over what you found out. So I don't know what you're finding out, but it's something. It's going to be coming out if it hasn't already. All right. So with the Star and the Tower, it does say, kind of rising from the ashes of this destruction. It does say, a big crash happens and you're healing. Somebody's going to ask for a breakup or a divorce, and they confess everything. So it could be, you found out somebody was hiding money away so they could divorce you, and they confess it and say, hey, I want a divorce. But he's such a control freak is what I'm seeing with, here and here, and then with his arms like that. He probably even brags about it. And you might actually believe what he's saying. Like, I'm in control here. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Everything's under control. You might actually believe it. But it's going to erupt. Like, he might tell you, like, I got it under the control. I'm fine. But it's not. And then I see, just kind of like in one of your other readings, I think, after this big old blow up of sorts, there's like an old love interest coming in. Someone from your past. Now, I do think they might have somebody coming from their past, okay? But you as well. Somebody you're going to give a second chance to. And it's not the same person, I don't feel. Although you never know. There is somebody out there who's like, they could find out somebody is a serial killer and probably still give them a second chance. Because that's just how some people are. So you're going to meet up with them. And You have turned them down before, actually. Because I'm seeing they weren't actually a love interest before. But you find yourself very attracted to this person all of a sudden. And you get together with them. Let's see what happens with that. Sagittarians need something good. All right, what's going on with this previous person the Sagittarians are going to be meeting up with? Okay. 8 of Swords. Okay. So you feel like you have a choice. You're having to leave one person behind, and then there's a new person, but they're not really new, and you're not really sure what to do. Some of you still believe that this other person is faithful and wants to be committed when really they're not, or they're just on the up and up and really they're not. It's like you're waiting for them to save you, because this is a Scorpio saving somebody card. One that's in reverse, right? So we don't have that. We'll see what else is here, because I didn't get quite what I asked for. So who's this other person? Okay, so we have the Sun reversed. Yeah, you definitely cannot see something. You have the blindfold on. You can't see something. The sun's coming up. It's almost like you can't see it. Even though he's facing it, he still feels torn. And here the sun's reversed. It's like you can't see the good. So it's probably why you turned somebody else down, is you were involved with somebody else and it's real tumultuous. And so you turned them down because you weren't really interested. You were just dealing with a bunch of other stuff. And then with the sun reversed, somebody really is trying to hide something from you. And they don't want it to be found out. And they want to kind of keep you in your little trap. And I do see you feeling hopeless. But the sun reversed says new love is around the corner. Okay, let's get some cards from personal deck. My favorite. Ooh. All right, what messages are there for Sagittarians for the month of 2018? What do Sagittarians need to know for the month of 2018? What messages are there for Sagittarians for the month of 2018? Oh, I gotta clean these up. These are bugging me. Okay. All right. Okay, what messages are there for Sagittarians that you have wanted to come out? What messages? All right. Okay, so we have not yet. So it hasn't happened yet. You are going to be patient. Oh, patient. That's your card. That's Temperance. And also 2. And sad. Oh, we also have patience again in the Scorpio card. Okay, so and your intuition knows your relationship possibly with a Scorpio is changing. You've been very, very patient with this person. And up until this point, you have not broken up with them. And I'm seeing that you realize it's impending and you're very sad about it. And it's like a breakup. You know it's coming. Okay, what else is there? Okay. Speak up. So you haven't said anything. Could be about this person to someone else, but it could be to them. You need to ask for some help. But I'm seeing to speak up, especially if they're kind of, I don't know, like a bully. Sorry, there's way too many here. It also reminds me of the movie, maybe Speak, with the girl from Twilight. Anyway, so you need to speak up about something, especially if this person is kind of using somebody as a scapegoat and doing strategically doing things that are going to hurt someone. All right, so be generous. What I'm really seeing is you have been generous. Also, C, which is judgment. You've been giving somebody chances. That's what I'm seeing. But something's revealed. The truth is revealed. They've been withholding. We also have receiving. You've been generous with this person, but they probably have been somehow putting the money away. I don't think they're squandering it. I think they're just not giving it to you, or they're not letting you know about it being taken out. All right, bottom of the deck. Have a deep conversation. And we have non-judgment and reflection. So you have to have a conversation with yourself to kind of pep yourself up. But you need to have a conversation with this person. I think that's when you're going to be letting them know, like, look, I know what you're doing. I found out. And then they're going to confess it. And then you're going to say, well, I'm going to have to turn you in, or I'm going to have to reveal whatever this information is, because it's something serious if it's that big of a deal to you. I don't really feel like there's any third parties here as far as romantically. It's more like somebody else is a victim of something and you know about it now. Okay. All right. Let's see. Is there anything else? Let's get some angel guidance. All right. What messages are there for Sagittarians for the month of Sagittarians team? What messages are there for Sagittarians? Okay. Let your past go. It says, the burden of carting your past around has made you weary. Dear one, it's time to set this burden down. Keep only the lessons and the love and leave everything else behind. You don't want it or need it, and it's gone now. All right, so there's that. We also have be honest with yourself. Look into your heart and you will know the truth of this situation. It's safe to admit the truth to yourself, for we will support and guide you through any necessary changes. Lean upon us for courage and the strength to take care of yourself. Focus only upon your true desires, and they'll come to you upon angels' wings. All right, Sagittarians, good luck and God bless.